legendary drivers were released by Hutch in the game around a month ago now. And originally, they weren't supposed to be used in duels, but found themselves in most people's driver list to begin with. And they were pretty good in duels too. We've been waiting for the day that they're available in GP. And that time has come, because this will be when legendary drivers will drop for GPs. So yes, welcome along to another quick video from AzaWF1. Appreciate all your support so far, trying to come and bring you the latest F1 Clash details. And yes, we're back with legendary driver announcement. So we've got these for a while, like I said in the intro to the video. We've had these for a month, but they've been able to be used in duels. And you can see they are at the top of our legendary driver list on our section here. Now, we haven't been able to use them in GP, but that is soon to change. But first of all, what GPs can you use them in to begin with? So we all know how to unlock legendary drivers by now. They are done by the collection milestone, which is, as you can see here for Michael Schumacher, means getting to 200. How do you go up the rewards? Well, every driver, every part that you upgrade will earn yourself milestone points. Then points can be done by hitting the question mark, and you can see how many points you get. It is simple. The more points you collect, the higher you get through. And every 25 milestones, you unlock the latest legendary driver, which is available. So some are at 25 apiece. You've got David Coulthard in there, and you've got some others that are not quite at 25 a milestone apiece. But let's just bring you up roughly what they are. So the last few are, you've got Michael Schumacher at 200, you've got Prost at 175, Jackie Stewart at 150, so not far off 25 apiece. If you click on your legendary driver, you will see event availability, junior or higher. So that is your GP where you can enter them. We've got Coulthard junior or higher, Massa challenger or higher. We've got Jacques Villeneuve challenger or higher. Fittipaldi goes from contender or higher, with Stewart contender or higher, and you know what's coming. Prost champion and Schumacher champion only. So they're the drivers that are going to be available to us. And like I said, level up your parts, level up your drivers, you'll get to them milestones. The big one that you want if you're racing in champion, Alain Prost. Milestone 175, and his qualifying is 98. It's a huge card and will massively help you. But when do these legendary drivers become available to use in GP, you ask? So first up then, welcome to the Champions Event GP Part 1. Now the Champions Series event Part 1 comes from the 6th of December. So that, if you're watching this video, is next week's event. And it runs up until the 10th, which is the Sunday. So what features here? We've got a 10% stat boost, and it is to two of our former champions. We've got Lewis Hamilton and Fernando Alonso, both receiving a 10% boost. So two epic Series 12 drivers. Obviously, they've got rares and commons under each part as well. They are featured as your 10% boost. So big stat increase. They'll be in crates as well. It's the Dead Fast boost, which is the event boost. And then look at that, what it says below. So this is not a mistake. It is the announcement that from the 6th of December, in the Champions event Part 1, you will be able to use a legendary driver. And note, it says legendary drivers. So that could mean that you use two legendary drivers. It really does depend on how good your current driver setup is. So, legendary drivers is coming. But when else is legendary drivers coming to F1 Clash? Say hello to the Champions event Part 2. So we've got legendary drivers next week from the 6th of December, and then we've got another Champions Series event Part 2 from the 13th of December through to the 17th. And there's no surprises here. Max Verstappen will be the 10% featured boosted driver for this event. So he'll be, like I said, he'll be in your crates, and each of his rarity will be 10% boosted. It will make a great card for a lot of you. Dead Fast again, not the best boost, but it's included. It was last year. And then note again, legendary drivers are allowed. Big features. So they are finally here. Legendary drivers for the next 2 events after this week will be able to feature legendary drivers. We don't know of any more just yet. Hutch haven't released that detail. However, we are now going to start seeing, especially because the F1 season has ended, we're about to start seeing them being used, I imagine. Do let me know down below. I want to know what milestone you're at, because Alain Prost is the big legendary driver that you need in your lineup. I want to know what milestone you're at. Do you have Alain Prost, or how close are you to that Alain Prost? So I don't imagine legendary boost drivers are going to get a 10% boost. I can't see that happening, but you never know. Otherwise, it'd be pointless. But you can see why Alain Prost is the absolute go-to when it comes to it. 98 qualifying, 94 race start. Not very good tyre management, but defending 90. So he's pretty much what you need to be starting near the front. And yeah, Michael Schumacher, just 92 qualifying. It's a bit low for the top game, but many of you, if you get there, probably won't actually use him based on his qualifying. You might use him on his other parts, but Prost is the big one. And like we said in the start of the video, or towards the start, with legendary drivers coming in to GP next week, you want to go and start trying to get through them milestones. Are you a person who hasn't upgraded anything? You've saved your coins? Well, if you have, the need is now. You need to go and start upgrading everything, because if you don't, your rivals are, and your rivals are going to stick on potentially Alain Prost at 98 qualifying, and coupled with a Lewis Hamilton who has, well, if you've got a decent level, nearly pretty much 99 qualifying. Same with Max Verstappen with the 10% boosts. You're going to fall back, and you're going to find people are going to score some big points. So Alain Prost is the big one, but if you are in the lower divisions, your legendary drivers that you have unlocked might be better than what you've got. So go and upgrade. Literally, if you've got an upgrade available, go and upgrade it, whether it's a driver or a car part that you're not going to use. Like me, I've upgraded everything apart from where I haven't got the coins for. If you haven't got the coins for it, go and stick a coin boost on. Go and earn the coins as quick as you can. In this week to go, you've got 1 week until it launches the Champions GP. Really go out there and try and push your next level legendary driver. If your drivers are currently better than it, there is not a bigger rush, but you need to be doing everything. I'm stating the obvious and probably a common sense point of view here, but everybody is going to be taking advantage, and you really need to. I don't want you falling behind because you haven't, and next week it might be too late. Everyone has already made the jump. So make sure, go and upgrade everything you've got, drivers and parts. Get everything upgraded. Get that Alain Prost or your latest milestones unlocked so you can get the latest legendary driver. And hopefully next week they will be of use to you. But legendary drivers are coming. Let me know down below what milestone you're at and whether or not you think you're going to get to Alain Prost next week. Give it your best shot. Little quick information for you on that one. And let's see how we get on next week with our first legendary driver potentially being used in GP.